a podcast with tens of thousands of listeners.
Really?
Just being
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Wow. That's really good.
No, thank you.
So just remember the tens of thousands of people that are going to hear this.
Okay, welcome. Okay, can I just say my voice is a bit husky because I got a bit of a sore throat. So just telling you, I'm not working at full volume.
No, that's okay.
Welcome back to Mutual Friends with Jaxon Fairbairn.
Hey guys, I'm back. Episode 2.
You didn't stay away for long.
No, I didn't. How many episodes ago has it been?
Maybe like 2.
No, it was 5.
5.
Thank God.
Episode 3 was Jaxon.
Wow, we really got you in
And is this
quick.
This is
so
8,
bad
I
at quick
believe.
maths?
Oh God, carry the fun. Okay.
Carry the fun?
Carry the 1 and 5. Let's get into this properly.
There's things that need to be spoken about.
Jaxon, how the hell have you been?
Been really good. Was I doing 75 hard when I was last
Yep.
on?
You've been doing it for as long as we've known you.
I don't think so.
Really?
Oh,
No.
I'm still doing that.
yeah. Well,
I'm on day, what's the date today? It's 9th of June, so I've got 43 days left.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You could do so many things in that amount of time.
I know. And I'm going to be wasting it just doing the same thing every single day. I was thinking today, God, I'm bored.
Really?
I'm a bit bored.
with
yeah.
yourself?
Just like, I was thinking, wow, I've put in a good innings so far, and now I have to do that again twice as long.
Oh, is this probably the longest thing you've ever stuck to?
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, this is the longest, I think I said it today, but this is the longest I've ever not drunk alcohol for. Already.
Oh, yes, since you were legal
Yeah,
to drink
since-
alcohol.
Since like I was 17 or something like
Oh,
that.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Although you were drinking at 12, weren't you?
Probably.
Something
Don't
like
remember
that.
those years. not a
all
lot
a
of
blur.
not a lot of recollection.
Well, congrats.
I know.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, congrats.
Congrats.
Yeah, pretty good.
I know. Yeah, thank you.
What's next? And are you going to just go crazy after this is done, or have you learned something?
I think I'm gonna have a week where I just
have a
don't give a
party.
fuck.
We'll definitely have a
Wow.
party.
Yeah, we should have a party. We should
Yep.
all go out for drinks. I think.
Yes, even though I'm not good with alcohol.
I know you guys don't often go out for drinks, but I think we all should.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that for you.
Yeah?
Where do you want to go? Doesn't
Just the
matter.
pub,
You're going
wherever
to
they
be
s-
blind anyway.
Wherever they sell big glasses of that stupid shit. The fucking golden shit that makes you all silly. I want that
Hell
stuff.
yeah, I
And it's
know
frothy
that.
at the top. I want some of that.
Have you learned something about yourself while doing this challenge? For those who don't know, 75 Hard is 75 days of no alcohol, no sugar,
No cheat days.
no cheat days. You have to read a book every day, or like 10 pages from a book. Oh, not a whole
You have
book.
to read a whole book every day. Holy fuck, that would
wonder you're bored.
No
suck.
wonder you're bored.
Oh my God.
2 exercises a day, 1 indoor, 1 outdoor.
Yep. 2 45-minute exercises a day.
Except somehow you go to the gym for like 4 hours. So
Yeah. Well, I figure I'm already there and I don't want to do like a half workout, so I might as well just
you can do that. You can combine them.
No, so I do 2 hours and another 45-minute workout.
Why the 2 hours?
Just because that's how long it takes me to do my program.
You just sit up
Yeah, I
around.
spend a lot of time dicking around.
Not doing the
Yeah.
gym. Right.
I like to go on my phone and I look at reels. And I spend a lot of time choosing what song I want to listen to.
So you've become more addicted to social media in this time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Have
Sometimes
you
I'll-
actually got worse habits in other areas?
Mm,
Just a massive porn addiction has
no, I've
come through?
figured out that because I don't know what it is. It could just be the fact that I'm just a little bit more disciplined at the moment, but I'm better at
It's
regulating
carried over. That's nice.
like dopamine hits.
Really?
I've noticed like I I don't procrastinate anywhere near as much.
Really?
Yeah, and I feel like I can just get on with shit a bit
Get a little
better.
dopamine cleanse.
Like usually I
Detox.
would put stuff off like for example
Yeah.
writing a brand deal.
Yeah.
I would put it off till I'm being like badgered.
Hounded for it, yeah.
And now I'm just kind of if I've got a spare moment I'll write a bit and then if I can't think of anything I'll just put it away and pick it
Maybe
back
that's
up.
just because you're not either drunk or hungover.
I think that's what it is. I think not having like a big massive blowout every single weekend.
It's got to do something.
Is helping my brain function.
What's my excuse then? Because I'm just regular all the
Yeah.
time.
Maybe you should try getting drunk every weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe.
It's pretty strenuous and very expensive. Oh, also that.
You've saved money.
I've saved, well, it doesn't feel like it, but because it's all going on the fucking tax man.
Oh, don't start me.
No, you know what? I will start
It's
you.
going to be an ATO podcast.
That's what we spoke about last time I was
Are
on.
you
a lot
serious?
of tax
oh my
stuff.
God, literally we
Yeah.
both learned where tax goes.
Yeah, exactly. And that you can sort of choose where it goes.
Evidently.
Or see where it goes at least.
Well, Tom can educate. This is just a learning moment
But
for
like,
both
let's
of
be
us.
honest, I don't think either of us
I
are
wouldn't
going to
care.
follow that up
No.
ever.
Nope.
As long as
What
it doesn't
they
go,
do with my money is none of my business.
as long as it doesn't go towards
The poor people.
poor humans. Yeah. That
All
don't
that.
give a fuck about me or society, and they just want to fucking do drugs and
Yeah, you say money.
yeah. I've estimated I'll probably save around, because on a big weekend I can
10
spend
grand. Is that how much you've saved?
no, I reckon I will save about 10 grand just purely not drinking.
Wow. But
Which
you've
is-
really like leaned into vaping, which is good.
Yeah.
I
on
was
ya.
worried.
No, I'm still planning to quit while on 75 hard.
Why do that to yourself?
I know.
Or do you think the momentum of all this discipline is
Yeah, I think my brain will just go, well, just
well, and it's just another thing
hang on,
that you
another
got to
thing
do.
You got to do.
Yeah.
But I've quit vaping before, and I did quit for a few months with no nicotine at all.
What got you back on
I
the
started
wagon?
smoking a lot of cigarettes.
That'll
And
do it.
then no, so this is how I got off nicotine. I started smoking cigarettes, got rid of the vape. Now I smoke cigarettes, right? And then so I was doing that for a little while, and then Pat Clifton showed me the spray,
The spray.
which is so foul. And what I was doing is I backed off the amount of cigarettes I was having every day and replacing it with spray. And then eventually one day I was like, right, that's it. No more cigarettes for me. And then the spray is just so disgusting that it only took me a week from going like strictly to the spray. It took me a week from then till I quit nicotine altogether.
Because the spray was that bad.
Just so it's so disgusting. You
You
like
just
spray
went-
it and it gives you hiccups and it like it's
What's it taste
disgusting.
like?
It's like if you can imagine what battery acid might taste like, that's what it's like. And it burns your throat too.
And do you think they do that because you're like, oh God, like this is so, like if they made it pineapple flavor.
Yeah,
you
I think if it was really nice, a lot of people
you
would.
might get addicted to the
But
spray.
I do know a lot of people that were hooked on vaping that are now hooked on the
Hooked
spray.
on the spray.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you just got to grow up at
Oh,
one
even
point.
thinking about the spray gives me like a shiver. It's so bad.
I was addicted to my dummy when I was a kid.
I can see that.
What gives you that impression?
I don't know. Just
My big pouty lips.
literally. I don't even. Do you remember having a dummy?
Oh yeah.
Is that how long it went on for?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I was
ever.
like 7.
Really?
I loved my
But
dummy.
like, what was it like? Was it just in all the time?
Yeah.
Just in constantly? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mum even tried, like, she would read these things and they're like, get a pin and like pierce it so it deflates the dummy. And then I got obsessed with just like a flat dummy.
Isn't that? Aren't
I'd
you
mold
supposed
it
to
to my
take that
tongue.
away from the child once it pops?
Yeah, but I got
Isn't that
obsessed
bad
with it.
for some reason?
I mean, I was a child. I
Can't
was a real
imagine.
human. Then.
Well,
It's not like I'm
7's
at
pretty.
risk.
You're a young adult at that point,
I
aren't
could
you?
read an analog clock and I was still sucking a
I
dummy.
couldn't read an analog clock till maybe year 10.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, that's fair. I earned that one. I just never could figure it out. It was like
I'm really
it was
good
like
at it.
reading Chinese for
I
me.
used to win all the clock tests at school.
Yeah, I was bad at
How many
them.
clock tests have we done?
I would just have a guess. I would just
Yeah,
always
well,
have a
it's
guess.
something
I was
about
good at the
numbers.
hours when both of the hands were on. When one was on 12 and one was
yeah.
directly on.
You'd want
a
to be
number.
good at that.
Yeah.
It's telling you what
I figured
what
that
it
one
is.
out, but all the shit in between with the fucking
All
minutes.
the
and-
half past and the 22 and
Yeah,
the,
ugh.
yeah. No, I get that. I'm just saying I've never really suffered addiction like you seem to.
Yeah.
It all
I think it's an ADHD thing. I think, but like anyone can suffer with addiction. But I think,
is your main one like drinking and smoking?
yeah,
Anything else you got hidden
Yeah.
away?
no, not really. Like I don't have a porn addiction or anything like that Yet, exactly.
But I'm saying maybe while you're on this, we could really like muster up a new addiction for you.
Oh, we should get me another one.
You should fill the hole of the drinking.
Maybe I should get addicted to like making money or something.
You know what? If you even gave an ounce of thought to your work that you do to
We're going to.
the
We're going
rest
to.
of it,
Yeah. We're gonna start just printing money soon.
hell
With
yeah.
this group YouTube channel that
Oh.
is in the works. Do we even want to publicize that yet?
It's going to happen.
It's gonna happen.
Sidemen 2.0.
Australian Sidemen. And so
Australian
far,
of-
that's the name that it's got.
I mean, we can't think of anything else.
Because everything's lame. Anything I come up with, I'm like, no, that sucks.
What, like,
Or like, you know, the other people that aren't the Sidemen, the Beta Squad,
no?
No.
like with, you know, like Young Philly,
Nope.
Chunks.
Nope.
They're massive. They're like as big as the Sidemen now. Well, they are called the Beta Squad.
This
and
is like you reading an analog clock. Yes, it's Chinese to
it's
me.
Chinese to me. I'm surprised you guys haven't heard of those guys.
Never.
Wow. They're from the UK as well. And they're a YouTube channel. And Beta Squad, I think, is a terrible, terrible name.
Yeah, I agree.
Terrible. Beta Squad?
We could be Alpha Squad.
Yeah, wouldn't you want to be Alpha Squad?
Yeah.
Like, that's cooler. Beta is like, that's like means secondary, right?
Yeah, like the less than.
I don't like it.
Well, that's very British. They're always putting themselves down.
Beta Squad.
Jaxon and I are like those two friends in the friend group that are always going to start a business.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
like, we're going to become entrepreneurs and
I've
start a
had
business.
this
And then they talk
idea.
about it for years and
Never
years.
happened.
I've had this idea for so long. And I reckon 2 years ago, I pitched it to Will Gibb. And he was like
don't
on
pitch
board.
anything to Will. It'll
And then
never follow through.
I've just been waiting for someone to come along that's as enthusiastic about it as me.
Let's do it.
And I reckon we should
Yeah.
in a couple
Well-
of years.
We'll get a Sapono on board to film it and edit it.
Fuck it, let's get
we just need
three
an
of 'em.
editor and
Editor, filmer,
yeah.
producer,
Yep.
organizer. Well, that's a producer, isn't it?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Now this is just a group meeting.
Mm-hmm.
We just got to organize the logistics.
This is a meeting.
Everyone's in on the meeting.
Mm-hmm. What's next on the agenda?
What's next on the agenda?
We need ideas,
Cut
man.
this out.
Whether we can just be that.
You can be that.
Okay. Worst pub crawl ever. World's worst
Is
pub crawl.
that what the Sidemen do? I actually have never watched a video of this.
They kind of just do a bit of everything. They do like the live Tinder swiping
What's that?
where there'll be a girl at the front.
Tilly doesn't know anything.
Oh, great.
I can't stress this enough to the
can't-
listeners.
yeah.
Tilly doesn't know any trend or anything that's ever happened.
I've never seen the internet.
Anything that's ever happened.
Tilly is
Truly.
constantly on her phone.
I love how
She
to
doesn't
know
know
if
what's
Tilly
going
knows
on.
something, I can check with Tom.
I know.
Like, and he
It's
knows what you know and
ridiculous
don't know.
How well you know me more than I'm like, do I know this? And you're like, no.
No.
Okay.
Have I heard of that? No.
Did I used to go here? No.
Nope. You've never been there, Tilly. But so, yeah, the sidemen, there'll be a girl at the front, and then all the sidemen will, in a single file, stand there, and then they'll go up and they might say like a pickup line or something, and then she'll swipe left or
That's
right.
so brutal.
Yeah. But because it's on the guys, it's kind of okay because they're supposed to be the butt of the joke anyway.
Do they
And
do
then-
it to girls?
No.
It would make sense. The guys
No.
are always.
I think, yeah, they're supposed to always be the ones copying it.
So,
But they'll have like a few different girls that'll go through the episode.
The
And I
one I
don't-
always see is the balloon popping.
Yeah.
That one where they pop the balloon.
what do
yeah.
they do?
So they'll have
Pop
like
a balloon.
they'll have like 7. I don't even know if is that a Sidemen thing?
I don't think so, but I see it on my reels.
Yeah, I see a lot of those. And so there'll be like 7 girls standing there with a balloon, and then a guy will walk in the door, and then throughout the video they have to either pop their balloon, which is just a hard no,
Oh.
they stay. And if you've got your balloon by the end, that means you want to go on a date, basically.
I'd end up dating the guy just because I hate popping balloons.
You probably would. Or like sometimes someone will walk
I'm like,
in and
when
they'll
do
just
I tell him?
they'll just all pop their balloons straight away as soon
Oh
as he
my
walks in.
god! I'd kill myself.
And then the guy's just like,
And the guy's like,
Okay.
I'm worth $25 million.
And they're like, how do I reinflate this?
sometimes that happens.
Really? And
Sometimes
they're
they'll
like,
be
nope.
like, I regret popping my balloon now. Can I get another one? or
Would you
something
ever
like
go on a show like that?
that? No, I don't think my ego could take it.
Well, you've got a
No.
date this week.
Mm-hmm.
With drum roll, please. Mutual friends, you're gonna love this one.
They actually are.
Charlotte Gibb.
That's crazy.
Run us
Man.
through your plan for the date.
Well, I don't actually have any plans yet. I've been thinking.
You've had what 6 years to prepare for this date.
I haven't known Charlotte for 6 years.
How long have you known her?
Maybe 4 years.
Okay, Well,
Yeah.
that's
The
still
entirety
enough
of me living in
time.
Sydney, yeah.
Well, that's 4 years in the making. So where are you going to take her?
Where's the most expensive place in
Really?
Sydney?
Well, so you can ask your mum to
I'm
transfer
going to borrow
money.
a lot of money.
Take her to a horse-themed restaurant.
A horse-themed dinner.
And then you get it wrong and you eat horses. And she's like,
This is horse thigh. And I'm like,
oh, no.
I'm like, no, don't bring that. And then, oh, God.
Just need a sip of water so you talk amongst yourself.
I've been giving it some thought, though, and I've come up with nothing.
Good.
Good.
No, but
I think this podcast is going swimmingly.
I don't know many like date spots in Sydney. You know what I mean?
All right, we need to plan this then. You can't fuck it up.
I can't fuck it up. No,
This is your one shot.
it's very important. This is my one shot. And can you imagine if it goes poorly, and then we all go to Adelaide together?
Oh my God.
I don't reckon it could go poorly. I know me and Charlotte know each other
Well
enough that I don't
it
think
would
it'll
be
go
funny if it
poorly,
did.
yeah.
Okay,
Are
but
you worried that it's just going to be like two friends hanging out?
and there'll be no chemistry.
How are you going to turn it into a date and not just like getting dinner?
Because I would just want to find out where she's at with, like me. You know what I mean? I'm planning on
Oh.
asking her.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jackson.
I'm planning on asking her a few things that I've wondered for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
Hope she doesn't listen to this
like
podcast.
What? Like what? Like what? Now I want to
can't.
know. No, can you tell me, please?
There's just like a couple of things that I want
Like
to talk
what?
about I've been wondering for a while.
Like what?
I can't say she'll hear this.
Okay, we'll just beat this one out, but you have to tell me.
I can't.
No, I need to know.
I just want to know. I can't tell you.
No! I hate suspense.
You'll find out eventually. Also, you're like one of her best friends.
I'll be like, heads up.
You'll be like, hey, this is what he's going to talk about. He's going to ask you about this.
Be prepared.
How about you just tell the mutual friends and we'll all promise not to
No,
tell
because-
anyone.
He edits the podcast.
Yeah, and
Just like, don't edit this bit.
Don't put it in.
No, I can't.
what?
I'm going
the
to
quest-
keep it
the
to myself till after
All right. Will you tell us afterwards?
the date. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm sure Charlotte will as well.
Oh my God. Is it that huge question?
No. It's not. It's nothing weird.
Now I'm like,
It's nothing like I'm not going to say anything weird.
What? Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
it sounds like this. It
yeah.
sounds like I've got like this big,
Huge
like I'm
plan.
gonna
You've
propose to
I
her
know,
or something.
right? It's been
No,
So
it's
you're going
not
to
like
take her
that.
somewhere nice.
Yeah,
You're going to be serious-ish.
yeah.
Don't be too
What are you going to
serious.
wear?
Well, that's the thing. I'm not gonna
Change
change myself. Like,
No, but it's easy to just be silly,
yes,
and then it's not really a date. It's like,
yeah,
that was just...
you're right. No, yeah, no. I plan
Oh,
on.
but silly's so fun.
Silly is fun, but I plan on,
being a gentleman.
yeah, and the chat not just being like taking the piss and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
There we go.
Oh, wow. I've
Yeah.
never seen this
We'll
side
need a
of you.
debrief afterwards.
Probably, yeah.
Wow.
And it'll either be
From
really,
both of
really
them.
good debrief or a really bad one.
I'll be on the phone to Shachi and you can be on Jaxon.
It'll be
then we'll
like
switch
it'll be
to give-
talking me off a building.
Yeah. So she's
Like,
still
Jackson,
waiting
no.
for the food to arrive.
down,
you need
come
to
down.
you need to get off the building.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. What are you going to wear?
suit.
That'd be funny.
That would be so funny.
It actually. Oh my god, we could film it, and I could rock up in like the most fucked thing.
Can you be in a tuxedo with
That would be so funny.
and
No,
a,
it'd be really
corsage
funny.
for her?
It'd be so funny for like the first interaction,
And then at
and then all of
dinner-
a sudden it's just me in a fucking tuxedo
And
the
she's
whole
just like
time.
in jeans and it's just like so.
No, I text her before. I'm like, you're gonna want to dress up for this one. Pull up
give
in a
her
limo.
10 minutes warning though.
I rock up in a Ferrari.
That's cool.
That would be cool.
That would be really
sick.
cool.
Do we know? Can you rent one?
Yeah. I can't afford one. You guys could rent one for
For
me.
you?
Yeah. How much does it cost to rent like a sports car?
I reckon 1,000.
That's fine.
Yeah.
For like what, 20 minutes?
Well, think of all the money you've saved not drinking.
That's true. You'd think that I would have like, a few grand sitting there.
You would.
I
be.
don't.
Where is it?
I don't know. I actually don't know. I haven't
You
drunk.
just haven't taken it out of your savings in order to use it.
Because, usually I would be borrowing my own money to spend on a night out. But because I'm not doing that, it's not like I'm getting paid the money I would have spent. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I've already got it anyway. I'm just not spending it.
Do we know how much Ferrari costs to rent?
No idea.
Oh.
I thought that's what you were going on your phone for.
No, Charlotte's texting.
Oh, she knows.
That fucking bitch. I'm kidding. She's not a
knows
bitch.
the
She's
dog.
amazing.
I honestly can't tell with you anymore.
What do you mean? If I'm serious or not?
Yeah.
I think Charlotte's great, and I'm actually into her. That's
That is the
a
truth.
fact. Yeah, and I always have been.
I know, since you first met her. Is it because she's a farm girl?
I don't know what it is.
Aw.
I actually don't know what it is.
And that's love.
And the day just goes so terribly.
I know. I really can't picture it
I
not
can't see it
going
going
well.
terribly. No.
Yeah.
It's like $3,000 a day for a nice Ferrari.
a day. You
and
get
you've got
it
to put
for
down
24
15 grand
hours.
deposit.
Oh,
Fuck.
what?
Fuck. What's like one step down from that?
You can get like
McLaren.
a $1,200 a day one.
Hey,
What's that? What
doesn't
car's
need
that?
to be a
A
brand new
cheaper
model.
Ferrari.
That's still fine.
Just has to
That's
be a Ferrari.
fine.
Just needs the badge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or I could rock up on like a motorbike
That's
with a
cool.
sidecar. Yeah, it's not going to be cool. It's not going to be sexy. I'm
you
going to
in a
rock up and I'm going to throw her a helmet.
You know the goggles?
It's like
She's
leather
in-
goggles.
She's in like an evening gown.
Yeah.
You told me to dress up.
And I'm like, I couldn't get the Ferrari, but they had this.
She's like, what Ferrari? I wasn't privy to this conversation.
Oh, well, there was anyway, I was
Anyway,
planning
there
on
was a whole
getting I was
thing.
planning on getting a Ferrari, but I couldn't get one, and now this is what we've got. So
And there's like bugs smeared across the.
yeah, there's no windshield.
And you're in duck still.
Yep.
And you take her to a picnic maybe. No, it's too cold at night. Okay, well we'll work on this.
And
But
I'm gonna have to do is because I don't want to like it's not gonna work unless I'm obviously like we're having dinner together, right? I'm gonna have to.
You're gonna
I'm
have
gonna have to
to
semi-starve myself all day, so I have the calories that I can eat.
Honestly, that's like the biggest
I
effort
think
on your part.
Of all people, Charlotte will understand.
Oh my God, she 100%
100%.
will. We all know what Charlotte's like with food.
She 100% would understand. I won't have eaten anything. Be a big water day for Jaxon that day. Lots of water.
Yeah, and then you're just like so consumed by food all night. She's like,
I'm like shivering. I'm like,
you're like, how did the date go? He didn't speak. He
You know,
was
I
just eating.
I like can't hear anything. I'm like dying.
it's like ringing out.
I like faint. I faint at dinner. I'm just gonna go to the toilet, and I stand up and pass out, and I have to call an ambulance.
Smack your head on the
That would be a
table.
pretty hilarious first date story.
I would love that. And then
Maybe I'll just
she-
do that on
And then
purpose.
she has to drive the sidecar to the hospital.
They just throw me in.
No, you go, by the way, the sidecar needs returning by 10.
I'm like-
Can you?
They're like, all right, we've got it from here. And I'm like, wait, Charlotte, come back.
Charlotte, she's
And she
like,
thinks I'm going to say something
Yeah.
really sweet. And then I'm like, you need to return it by 6:45 tomorrow morning to this address. And it's out of Sydney.
2 hours
It's away from Sydney.
okay.
Oh,
Am I the only one finding this
no,
funny?
I think this is hilarious.
Oh my God.
Imagine if I actually did that. Like, it's all well and good to joke about it, but if I actually did something like that,
I think she couldn't say no.
I would be psychotic.
I think you got to do something special.
You reckon?
Yeah.
But I don't want to.
Tom, what did you do for our first date?
Never had one.
Can't even
Really?
remember it.
What did you guys do for the first time? The first like
We
little
just
time that year?
always knew each other.
We were
I,
friends before.
I actually recently went and did a little bit of a deep dive into Tom's Instagram.
Oh, we know.
It was like
3 a.m.
it was like 3 a.m. I
We
just
woke
thought
up
it'd
the
be
next
really
day
funny.
and Jaxon had liked every single post Tom had ever done. And we were like, and it was literally like 3 a.m.
I had like 200
Yeah.
notifications.
Yeah. I don't know why. I just thought it'd be really funny. And I don't even
it
know how.
was-
I think I might have even
you learn
specifically
anything?
looked you up and then gone and done that.
That's
just
so-
completely
And also, the
randomly.
other thing was no one said anything for
Yeah.
like a few days, and then you were like, "Oh, by the way."
Yeah, I was like, did you notice that I? And you were like, yeah. I was thinking about commenting on every single one, but there was a lot of them. There was like a few posts. It goes back to like high school. Does it go back to high school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It took me a while. It took me like 15 minutes. At
Wow,
least.
that's a really solid effort from you.
And I was like looking at photos that were clearly very early on in
Oh,
Tilly
really?
and Tom. Yeah, and you look very different.
Yeah, I have a fringe.
You look
and
very different. You have a fringe.
I have like puppy fat. I was really puffy for a while.
I don't know what it. I couldn't put my finger on it.
Tilly looks different every couple of years
I was
to
like-
me. Like her face changes a bit.
Your face is very different, but like
I used to have
it's
really
not
like
you were,
chubby cheeks.
You weren't like fat back then.
No, I was like
You weren't a
puffy
fat
and
girl.
bloated.
You were stressed.
I was really stressed.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
You just look so. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Is that Tilly?
Yeah.
Like what?
I
You
know,
almost look like a little Asian. Like, you do. You almost look. Maybe
Well,
that's just like when you're smiling, like your eyes are a bit more
Yeah,
closed. But
I
I, was
never
like, is
have,
that
like,
racist to say?
Open
No.
eyes when I smile.
Hey, anything goes.
Fuck it. Anything
They
goes
know
on
you
mutual
by
friends.
now.
We're all mutual friends here.
Hey, what's between friends?
Exactly.
Yeah, so I was puffy.
Yeah, I was just And then,
and what
um,
else did you find when you were
I found
scrolling?
that Tom's very good at basketball.
Yeah.
I was
been
like, you
keeping
know how
that one
people are
from
like,
you.
oh yeah, I used to play basketball heaps, and you're like, okay, yeah, you're probably like high school level. Tom was actually like pretty fucking good at basketball,
I was all right.
and that became abundantly clear as I scrolled through and one by one liked each photo.
Yeah, all the like old posts of you balling.
Mm-hmm.
There's one where he hits 3 threes in a row,
Wow.
which is really impressive.
I wish I knew more to care more, but I just got to say, cool.
That's like that's the most points you can get per shot. is a
wow.
3-pointer.
Tom, that's amazing.
Thank you.
Someone once told me you could, if you hit a half court shot, that's 4 points. And then, so I was trying to hit, and this is in like high school basketball. So I kept trying to hit half court shots because I thought that we would get heaps of points.
Not true.
Turns out that's bullshit. And I threw the game for the team.
Yep.
Oh
So-
my God.
Now I'm the fucking villain all of a sudden. Everyone hates Jaxon.
Great. Now I'm the bad guy.
I was just trying to do a nice thing. Fucking.
I've never tried sports.
What
I've tried it.
What did
but
you do in school?
Ballet, flute,
Really?
jazz.
I can see
tap,
ballet.
Gymnastics.
A lot of dancing.
Saxophone, piano, and I quit it all.
Musical.
Tennis,
Very musical.
softball,
and
touch
sporty.
footy, and I quit it all.
Wait, are you listing things
No,
that
I've done all of those
like
things.
extracurricular?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, what happened?
I lose interest very quickly.
That's why there's so many of them. I was very musical at school too.
Were you? What'd you do?
Played trumpet.
Trumpet.
Yeah, and I was pretty fucking good too. I've been in like 3 different jazz bands in my time. I love jazz. I fucking do still love jazz. It's like my weirdest thing.
Tom loves jazz.
Really?
La La Land.
I
I do love
Love
La
jazz.
La Land is my favorite movie.
I love La La Land. I love the soundtrack. I love everything about La La Land. And you know what? I'm going to spoil it. I don't give a fuck. If you haven't seen La La Land, that is your fault.
It's not a
It
new
came
movie.
out 50 years ago or
Well.
6 years ago or something. At the end, the main 2 protagonists do not end up together. And I love it.
Yeah.
I fucking love it when
It's
there's not a
so
like super happy ending.
It's the
heartbreaking.
best ending.
I love a non-happy ending.
The little like look that they give each other.
But it's bittersweet because
It's
they're
so
both
bittersweet.
happy.
It's bittersweet.
They both got what they wanted.
But then it ends and it's like,
Yeah.
what if, whatever. But
Yeah.
I hate when a movie finishes and you can already tell before like everything's happily ever after. You can tell that it's going to end happily ever after. And you can pretty much turn the movie off like 30 minutes before the end in some cases. And I fucking hate that. But La La Land just spun my head around.
I know, it's a nice
Wasn't expecting
surprise.
it.
It's an amazing movie.
They even
It
make it
is.
look like they end up together.
I know.
They make it look like that. And then it's like, oh, well, hold on.
Hang on a sec.
That's not Ryan
Gosling.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
I love
Got
that guy.
nothing on Reynolds.
Really? Who do you think's hotter, Ryan Reynolds or Ryan Gosling?
Ryan
No.
Gosling. I can't
No,
stand
you
Ryan
said-
Reynolds.
Ryan Gosling's got nothing on Reynolds.
Oh.
Other way around.
Other way around. I can't stand Ryan Reynolds. And this was long before the whole Blake Lively drama. I knew from
I just think
day
he makes
one.
bad movies.
I just think that there's something shifty about him.
I think I liked Deadpool 1 and 2. 2 was a bit meh.
No, you didn't.
You didn't what?
I'm letting
Didn't
you know
I?
you didn't
Yeah,
like
I was
it.
never a big movie guy. I just go to the movies. I didn't really like them or dislike them. Deadpool was the first movie I went to, and I was like, "Fuck, that was cringe."
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
the
really
first
hated
Deadpool
that.
movie.
Yeah, it was the first movie where I awakened, and I was like, "Oh, I have a taste in movies," and I hated that.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Deadpool was your awakening.
fucking loved
Yeah.
Deadpool 1. I still love Deadpool 1. I think it's great.
But it's
I
so
hate when people tell me things like that because now I'm going to watch it and go, oh, this is cringe.
Yeah. How every time, like before an action thing, he has to be like, great, I'm the bad guy.
Yeah,
like
but
he'll
that's,
say
that's
his little
thing. That's how he is in the comics.
And
Well, I hate his thing.
it.
You don't like
I
Well, I
his thing.
hate Deadpool. Yeah.
Yeah. And so do you.
No, but I really like Ryan Gosling.
What's
He's
your favorite movie?
great. Ever?
Yeah.
Good question.
Bridesmaids.
Hate Bridesmaids.
No, it's good.
Oh, I've got a weird little anecdote.
What?
So obviously, if you're listening and you know who I am, you know I'm a comedy video creator. I hate comedy things. I
Video-
hate watching
like
comedy
movies.
TV shows, and I hate comedy movies.
Wow.
I just don't like them at all. Like if I'm
Surely
watching,
there's one TV show you like.
The Simpsons. Futurama. You love Futurama.
okay, yeah, I do, but I'd rather put a thriller on or something really, really sad.
But what about
than watch a
comfort?
couple episodes of
Comfort
Futurama.
show. What's your comfort thing?
The one show that is a comedy that I will say I like. I'm a bit over it now, but it was one of my favorite shows, The Office, the American one.
Really?
I know it sounds super cliche.
Tilly thinks because it's popular, it can't be good.
No,
I'm like-
But it
I
is
think
good.
because I've watched it,
I'm
it's
very,
not good.
I'm very like that as well. If something's super popular, I'm like, fuck off.
I
don't
hate
even
popular
want
things
that.
except for every other show that's popular. That I
The
love.
Office isn't the best, but it's good.
No, it's really.
It is, it's
It's like
funny.
millennial
But like,
humor or something.
if someone's like, let's watch a funny movie, my idea of a funny movie that I want to watch is pretty much just Dumb and Dumber.
I
'Cause
love
it's
Dumb and Dumber.
Fucking like so just stupid as fuck. But when it's like Mark Wahlberg and Kevin Hart and it's supposed to be a family comedy,
They're
I
awful.
cannot
Well, yeah.
stand comedy.
Watch a real comedy. Like,
Or like people love Will Ferrell.
what's a real comedy?
Don't really like, can't be fucked.
A
Or
real
like-
comedy. I like Rat Race.
Kind of how
That's
everyone's
funny.
everyone's
That's a funny
favorite movie, a lot of people's favorite comedy movie is Step Brothers, right?
I love Step Brothers.
I hate Step Brothers.
Why?
It just doesn't interest me at all for some reason.
Is it too
like you
Will
can show
Ferrell?
me a scene and I'll laugh out loud and then I'll go, that's I'm good. I don't want to. And then, or if you went, do you want to watch it now? You seem to really like that scene. I'd go,
Nah.
no.
It's just a bunch of Will Ferrell skits stitched
Yeah.
All
together in a
put together in a
story,
90-minute. Yeah.
which I like. I think it's funny.
I just don't like a comedy movie for some reason. Like I would much rather watch something super depressing or like
I never
super
feel
fucked
like
up.
watching something super depressing.
Well, you
I get
once
that a lot.
suggested a movie for us to watch when you were here, and it was about
And it was
That's exactly
a
what I'm
guy
talking about.
sleeping with his own daughter.
Okay, that's
it was
not.
twisted. It was
That was the twist.
I think it was
but-
meant to be in Korean, right?
Yeah,
And we
the
watched
original.
the English version.
The original is Korean. Yeah.
Which I feel like somehow, like the Korean one definitely would have been better, and maybe it was like lost in translation. But it was
The Korean one's
weird
hard to
movie.
find.
What's
I
it
think.
called?
Uh,
I feel like it was a number.
what the fuck was it called? Something
Dog.
like that. Yeah, it was like something dog. It was Old Boy.
Old boy.
It's called Old Boy.
Yeah.
That's like
and
a very
it
widely
left
considered.
me feeling weird.
I watched that with my dad,
That's
for the
the
first
wrong
time,
movie to watch.
and we didn't know what it was. We were just like, oh, I'll throw this on, whatever. And then it gets to the end, and the fucked twist happens, and we both like looked over at each other and were like, what the fuck are we watching? This is actually like foul. This is disgusting.
Are your parents really fine with anything though? Like, is it ever awkward when
Well,
you watch stuff?
I'm very, very open with my parents. Like,
Mm.
I'll ring mum up and be like,
Well, I've seen some of the texts your dad sends you, and it's
oh, fuck.
and he seems fine
He's
with
very
anything.
chill, yeah. Like, I'll ring mum up and she'll be like, so how's things going? And like, she'll literally, dad more than mum, but like, mum will hear about my sex life and that kind of thing. Like,
Really? So she'll hear about the date with
not,
Charlotte.
oh yeah. not weirdly enough. Like I don't go into detail,
So
But,
I
like-
had it right.
but like mum will know, to an
Uh-huh.
extent.
Wow, good for
Like,
you.
I'm just, I'm close with my parents.
That's really close.
But no, like it's not, I swear to God, it's not weird. I won't be like to mum, so I slept with this chick and it was like this and she had this. Like I don't go into detail.
Had what?
I don't have any examples, Tom. Or do I? No, I don't.
Wow,
but,
good for you.
Yeah, I just tell my parents everything. I'm just an open book.
Have you always been like that?
No, we've become closer in recent years because I was a bit
That's
of a
nice.
I was a bit of a ratty.
A recluse.
I was a bit of
Oh,
a
yeah.
shitty teenager.
Did you ever run away?
Yeah,
Where'd you go?
I didn't live at home for a while. I
How
just
old
lived
were
with
you?
mates. Probably 17, 18.
You just slept on their couch?
Mm-hmm.
What about their parents?
They didn't give a fuck.
Really?
No.
My friends' parents
This
would
is with
have
people.
cared.
This is with the people I was smoking a lot of weed with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's right. You had a little troubled
Mm,
period.
I had a trouble period. There was a period. I don't want to get too heavy, but there was a period where me and Dad didn't speak for like 6 months. We had like a big falling out to do with
Are you really similar with him? Like, are you closer with him?
me and him are very close now. But
Do you reckon you're more alike with your dad though than your mum?
No, I think I'm probably closer with Mum. Actually, I don't know. I'm very close with both of them.
Good on you.
But yeah, in those years it was very rocky with me and my parents. However, right, my parents when they divorced weren't, on the greatest speaking terms ever. But me being a little shit in my youth, they started talking again and actually
you
became
brought them together.
on civil, good, happy terms. And to this day, they're on civil terms.
Because of you.
Like if they have to go to a function, for instance, my brother's wedding or something, they'll have a chat and be like all good with each other. And it was never like that until I started acting like a prick.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
Wow, good on you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's got to feel good.
What are we gonna do about Jaxon? What we need to figure something out.
What the hell are we going to do with that
Yeah.
boy?
So they're welcome. You're welcome, Dad and Mum. Even though, yeah. You've got step parents, don't you? Your parents aren't together.
No.
Yeah.
I've had an array of step parents
Mm.
and step siblings.
Yeah. So have I. I've had a couple different step mums and only one stepdad actually, and he's amazing.
Oh, that's
You'll meet
nice.
him. He's amazing.
Oh, because we're going to the farm.
Yeah.
That's good.
He's not at the farm. That's my dad. My
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
But
can't
he's a
keep up.
paramedic. So anytime
Already
I
a
have
good
any
person. Do you
issues-
call him for any medical advice?
Yeah, I do all the time.
Yeah,
if
I would.
If something's wrong or if like I'm in pain somewhere or
Can
something.
he write you prescriptions or is that only a doctor?
No, that's only a doctor, I think. But I'll like ring him up and be like, "What the hell is this? What do I do?" Or
Do you
like,
send him photos of a rash?
yeah, or like once I was shitting a lot of blood for like a really long amount of time, like very consistently every day, and I was like,
What
"Hey,
was that about?
we never found out." He just said it's probably because you drink so much alcohol, and I was like, "Yeah, that checks out."
Probably.
But he said,
What? Why though?
If it's fresh blood, you're all good.
Oh, good.
But if it's dried blood, go to a doctor ASAP.
Really?
Yeah, dried blood in your stool is very bad.
What's that mean? Like you're internally bleeding?
Well, I think it
maybe?
might be an early sign of bowel cancer. But it was never dried,
not-
so
Honey, but why? You're just really clued about this.
yeah. Well, it's because I was for a while shitting a lot of blood, and it was every time.
And how did it stop?
I just kind of went away.
Good.
Didn't really
job.
do anything about it.
And we move on.
I haven't
we
shat
move
blood in
on.
a while, so that's a good thing, right?
You clearly don't have any health anxiety.
No, not at all.
No.
Mm-mm.
I don't think I do either, except for the occasional lump. You'll be like, well, that's cancer.
Yeah, I couldn't live like Will. I think I would die if I lived like
Yeah.
Will. Like anytime he's got anything that's not 100% normal going on,
It's ridiculous.
he will like freak out and get a doctor's appointment as soon as possible and get x-rays and like do the whole everything. And for me, it's like, that is the
That's
very,
what
very
would give
last
me
resort.
Anxiety. Yeah.
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 Also, the people we know with health anxiety are the least healthy people we know.
So true.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
So it's not
Like, they
like,
freak out about the symptoms, but they're not doing anything to stop them.
or
like
mitigate.
Will.
Like, yeah.
I have such bad health anxiety that once I I knocked my hand or like I hit it on something or it got squished between something and my whole hand swelled up. And I was like, oh, my hand's broken, right? And I couldn't close a fist. I couldn't, And I went to the doctor and I was like, hey, can we do x-rays? And he was like, yep. And he x-rayed my hand and he's like, your hand's not broken, but you have broken it and it's healed broken. And so there has been a point where I broke my hand
previously to this.
And didn't go to the doctor because I wasn't like all that worried about it. And he's like, yeah. So basically what's happened is you broke your hand, it healed on its own. And so now it's kind of semi-permanently broken forever. And so every time you give it a bad knock, the whole thing's just going to swell up.
What?
Yeah. So
this hand?
Yeah, this one. If
Where?
I was to
like
punch
your
something,
knuckles.
yeah, you can kind of. How do I show you without? This isn't great podcast, but this knuckle sits back here rather than up there. Yeah.
And it never occurred to you to like check it out.
No, I was just like, oh, I'll be fine. It'll heal. Like, when you bump your elbow and like you don't go to the doctor about
but it doesn't swell up and shatter your knuckles.
No. But yeah, he was like, yep, you've definitely broken it, but it's fixed now and there's nothing we can do because it's healed itself. We'd have to break it again to fix it.
And you were
it's
like,
not that
honestly, just leave
And I was
it.
like, so every time I like bang my hand semi-badly, it's going to swell up like that. And he's like, yep, pretty much.
So no more punching, please.
No.
Or you use your left hand. I broke my arm when I was 10.
What'd you do?
Because I fell off the monkey bars at a friend's birthday party.
Really? How bad did you break it?
Well.
Was it one of those like full backwards folded?
No, so this is the thing, right? And I've got a little bit of resentment because I was hanging up and then it happened so fast, but also so slow because I fell to the ground and then hit it and it was up the top near my shoulder. And then all the parents at the thing were like, you're fine. You just fell on it funny.
I love that.
And they were like, it's definitely not broken, even though I was like white and nearly passed out from pain. And I just had my head down at the table.
Yeah, because
everyone finished their pizza
people
party.
assume kids are just being like dramatic. Yeah.
So then I went to bed that night, just normal. Everyone was like, she'll just sleep it off.
With like a broken, full-on broken arm.
With a full broken arm, and I was hallucinating. I was saying weird names that my dad was saying the next morning. He was like, you were talking a lot. And I was like, from the pain.
What, really?
And then I got up the next morning.
You were in so much pain that you were like loopy.
I made my bed with a broken arm. That's how well behaved I am.
Wow. You were like sobbing while putting the sheets on.
Fluffing the pillows.
Fold it under.
And then I went to the doctor and they told me I had a broken arm and
That's crazy. Did your parents feel really bad?
I hope so.
Surely they were like, oh my God, I cannot believe
I can't believe we didn't give her more sympathy and go to the doctor that night.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my...
You would think that I had broken a lot of bones in my body, being the kind of guy that I am.
I would expect every leg and arm broken.
I've never broken I broke my hand.
You're actually quite gangly
a couple times. Yeah. I've done a lot of finger jarring. My fingers get jarred quite a lot.
Yeah,
I've probably broken them maybe once.
We'll never know.
But I've broken 3 of the toes on my left foot.
3?
Yep.
And they're impossible because you can't put a cast on a toe.
No. And now they don't bend.
Oh.
Because I was trying to make a fist with
your feet.
With my left foot, and the only toes that don't go into the fist are the 2 that I broke in London. And they just try, but they just kind of twitch.
It was like quite recent.
So I think the knuckle is fused now.
God, how many fused?
I'm all fused up.
Knuckles and ligaments
I'm
do you
all
have?
fused.
I'm all fused up.
But yeah, no, I've taken a few hard falls, but I drank a lot of milk as a kid.
So strong
bones, calcium bones,
and not lactose intolerant.
Mm-mm.
Well, that's a bit of a flex.
I used to drink more milk than water at one point in my life. That's probably why I was so fat.
I hate milk.
I love milk.
Yeah, you and Tom do love milk.
Oh my God, I love milk so much.
I could only have milk with Milo and like 6 heaped spoons of Milo.
Like if I'm having dinner or something, I would, not now because I'm...
Yeah, you have a glass of milk with it.
Yeah, I would have a glass of milk instead of like a glass of water or like...
I'd always have like a glass of milk with spaghetti or something.
Yeah.
Why?
It pairs well.
I played sport every day, so I think I just needed lots of calories.
A lot of carbs. And milk. Is milk high in calories? It's very high in protein as well, though.
Fat and protein.
Yummy.
I realised I accidentally put away a lot of calories with smoothies all day
right, we're
long.
not going to do calories.
We can go into calories if you want.
We can't do that. Very good. There's your water, getting it in you.
How has this stuff got no calories in it, this water stuff? It's wild, isn't it? Isn't water... Isn't water a really strange thing? Does anyone else think about this?
No, the other day I did think about it. I'm like, are we going to run out one
Like
day?
water is really, really. I try not to think about it because it kind
Yeah.
of wigs me out.
Yeah.
But like, what the fuck is water? It's like
And why are we so dependent on
it's
it?
like this thing
Well,
that
I'm
you drink.
sure
and-
you've got an answer, Mr. Science.
Mr. Science.
It's not that interesting.
Tell us.
We know what it is. Water is, some
Hydrogen
elements
and
put together.
oxygen.
H2O.
Yeah. But like when you really think about it and you're like looking at
So-
it fall through your hands, it's like, what is this?
I've got a question. Are scientists making water with hydrogen and 2 oxygens? Like we're not just sourcing it from mountains and
No one's making it.
so we could run out. No? No one's making it?
I mean, there's lots of
We
it.
don't make water.
But it's just get a little
why you
hydrogen.
get spring water because it's from underground springs.
Yeah, but surely they'll run out. How deep are the springs?
No, so what happens is, let's say you do a wee on the ground, that then will evaporate. The water, the H2O will evaporate out of that, go into the sky, and it'll get rained back down. Endless cycle.
Are you serious?
Mhm.
We'll never run out of water?
Shouldn't do.
We could, but it wouldn't be from drinking at all.
I don't.
Really?
Yeah, no.
No.
Well, like 84% of the world's circumference, like surface, is covered
But
by
we
water.
can't drink the ocean.
No, but you can drink salt water. You just have to boil the fuck out of it.
So you reckon we've got enough in
I think.
place to...
Mm-hmm. We're good. You
There's
don't have
some,
to worry about
Oh,
you can
thank God.
You can filter the
Well-
salt out of salt water, right?
Well, I
Yeah, you
can
can
stop
that.
worrying
Desalinate
then.
it.
Yeah.
Desalination plant.
Why don't we just do heaps of that?
Takes lots of energy.
It's always that.
It's always a little catch,
always-
isn't
yeah,
it? The
there's
old
always
water
some
and energy
subscription.
crisis.
It's always Netflix Plus
It's
and
always
Disney
the
hoo-ha. and-
cows fart
water
and make
fucking-
the ozone worse.
Oh, got to pay a
And
subscription
then there's the tax
fee.
man.
Imagine paying a subscription fee
to water?
to hydrate.
We kind of
we do that.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You pay a water bill.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Wow.
Everything's fucked.
No,
Everything's
seriously.
Oh my God.
Do you ever get so overwhelmed with admin that you just,
That's really
When it-
annoying.
I don't want to say kill myself, but that's
Yeah.
kind of the
I
vibe. Because I'm
agree.
like, one more form, one more bill that I have to remember to transfer. I'm done.
I'm a really big fan of I want to own my own house one day. I don't want to be paying something, But am I always going to be paying water bills and electricity bills forever?
we both look at
Unless you
Tom.
go off the grid, yeah.
So
Well,
unless
and
I
then you've
create
But
got
a
to-
lot of work goes into getting your water to the state that you drink it in.
I
It's
don't know.
actually
how-
quite
It's
amazing.
never ending.
I don't know anymore.
You go to
eh?
a water treatment plant, it's actually quite amazing.
I'm sure it is, but still makes me tired.
I'm sick of it.
You guys don't have to worry about any of this stuff. There's
We think
people
I'm so
sorting all the
overwhelmed.
logistics of
No,
your
but it's-
lives.
Do you know what I've noticed in the last few weeks?
What?
Me and you are actually very similar
No,
in
I
some
think
ways.
so too. And also Lachlan and Tom are very
Like
similar.
I feel like in a lot of ways, in the same way that Lachlan and Tom are similar, I feel like you understand me in a certain kind of way. Do you know what I mean? And I don't
I
get
know.
that
And you
anywhere else.
understand.
And I think I understand Jackson from knowing Tilly. Like I know how your brain's kind
Yeah,
of working.
It's
you know how
true.
to deal with me. you
Yeah,
can probably
yeah.
calm me down
I think
really well.
Tom's really
I
good at
could.
doing that.
Yeah, I've just noticed that
Yeah, yeah.
over the last few weeks.
Both of us just like, yeah.
No, I don't want to do that.
No,
Tom, can you do it?
Truly though, emails. Have you ever looked at your emails? I know
Don't.
this sounds really
Don't.
simple, but
I can't emails. I can't do emails.
I know.
I've got an email, my iCloud, that is my throwaway email. That's what I sign up for everything for.
Yeah.
And then I've got a Gmail, which is my work email. And that's where I try to keep all my important shit. So if I ever, brand deal, yada, yada, yada,
Mhm.
an important email, I check my Gmail first.
Yep, I do that too because
But it's been
my Hotmail is my
it's been
junk one
slightly bleeding over now.
into the junk.
So now every now and then I'll open it up and there'll be like a couple ads for some sort of like Foot Locker or some shit.
yeah, and you're like, get out of the work files.
And I'm not the sort of person that opts out of things. You know, you can just opt out of all that shit with a
you go to scroll to the very bottom, you click unsubscribe. Did you know that's a feature?
No.
Literally you scroll all the way to the
I
bottom.
thought you had to reply with a certain message.
No.
Really?
Have you been emailing people? I don't want this anymore.
I haven't been doing that, but I thought that's what you had to do. Dear Mr.
Coles.
I don't know why you've taken more money out of my account.
Yeah. No, you scroll all the way to the bottom and in tiny print, like it's invisible, like they don't want you to find it. It says unsubscribed.
Of course it is.
But that's a little PSA for everyone because I didn't know that either. And I did that and it's so cleansing. Jaxon, you should do an unsubscription cleanse.
I want to get rid of them.
Didn't I, Tom? Mm-hmm. I went through like 200.
I did do a subscription cleanse inadvertently. Is that the right? Like I didn't. It wasn't my doing. It wasn't my doing. My phone got stolen.
Oh,
and all my bank cards got compromised.
That's another way of doing it.
Everything that I was paying for on my card, and I have no idea how much stuff it was.
You need that actually.
Like I'm the sort of person that goes, oh, there's this movie I really want to watch on, for example, Netflix. And if I didn't have an account, I would just quickly make one and be like, and I'll tell myself I'm going to unsubscribe within about a week or at the end of the month or whatever. And then I just completely forget about it.
Yep.
And end up paying for it.
No, honestly, the best way is to like cancel your cards.
Literally.
Because then they have no choice.
And then you get a notification and you're like, oh, I didn't know I was still paying for that.
Yeah.
It's like tried to take money out of your account.
They did that. Oh, I think it was like Canva. You know that graphic design website, Canva?
Yeah.
They like, you can't do that because I had to change cards as well. And then they kept hounding me being like, you now owe this much a month. And I'm like, I just want to cancel.
Yeah. Why do they make it so fucking difficult to cancel
shit? It will be the death of me. These subscriptions and bills and emails and I can't live like this anymore. I need no one to know me.
This is why, and I know that we all think having a PA is pretty ridiculous.
But
like sort your own shit out.
Wouldn't it be good?
But it would be fantastic. It would be awesome to just be like.
Just to do admin stuff.
To just be like, I should probably go to the doctor. Hey, can you book me a doctor's appointment for, I don't know, like lunchtime Thursday?
Yeah.
And then that be it.
That be it. And then I want them to reply to every text I ever get.
Yeah. I want and emails as well. And I semi want them to make decisions for me as well.
Yeah, that would be great. That's what I've got Tom for. You should get it, Tom.
I need a Tom. Can I borrow him?
Yeah,
you've got Lachlan.
Yeah, but me and Lachlan are too alike in the way that he's quite similar in that way too. He's a lot better than me, but his all his shit's a bit of a mess too.
Ah, yeah, interesting.
But mine's like real bad. I've got like 14,000 unread emails.
I don't think that's ever gonna get read. I think by now
I just delete them.
Well, if they were important to you, you will open them, and they're clearly like old ones that just. Because that's how I work. Sometimes I'll have like 16 texts and I'm like, it gets to a point where you're like, if this was pressing enough.
I'm like a bit of a hoarder maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I do. I tend to I'll look at something. For example, yesterday I found a receipt from a grocer in France. And I was like, this is kind of cool. It's a French receipt. And I kept it. I was throwing a bunch of shit out in my room and I kept it. And I don't know why.
That's interesting.
And every single time I find it, I'm going to go, oh, that's kind of cool. I'll keep that. And in my fucking head, I told myself, I might put that in a scrapbook one day.
You're not going to
I've never made a scrapbook once in my life.
And also, do you even remember the context? Like you have nothing to write around.
Probably a baguette. Or like a croissant.
Is it in French?
Yeah, it's all in French.
I can't understand
it's in like French and euros.
Do you have a box of memories somewhere?
I should make a box of memories.
I have a box.
And then keep it a certain size and be very... And I get one thing per big memory.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing.
And let's be honest, that fucking French receipt's not making it into that box.
You're never going to look at it again.
That's how I should do it. I should think, do I have anything else from my trip to France? And if I do, throw it out.
I have a big box and it's really helped because I've been known to hoard.
I'm such a hoarder.
I found like food, like an old prawn from a pad thai when I was like 6. Like a literal
hell, Tilly.
What the fuck? Not even that. This one is the most.
That's not the thing that when.
This is the most disgusting thing you've ever heard. I went to the doctor once. No. And this is from when I was a kid. I've gotten a lot better. when I was at the doctor once, they they flush out your ears
Yeah.
and they kept the chunk of wax.
Why? You kept the wax?
Yeah, and I still have it.
What? You said you've gotten better.
I know that is better.
No, it's not.
I don't do it anymore.
Silly. Why? Okay, what? Like, do you think you might need it
I
one
got
day?
really attached to things.
Really?
Because my parents divorced. I thought this is my new family. Is the
When we
earwax
cleaned
and
your
brawn.
dad's house, there was some really suspect stuff in your
And that was
storage.
really eye-opening for Tom to witness.
like dead geckos and
I used to mummify them. Well, I'd find them mummified and then I'd make little like coffins for them.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
And you do little hieroglyphic.
Put some little like
hieroglyphic
some tissue in there so he's got a soft bed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Yeah.
And then like what is the word?
You would write hieroglyphs on
Egyptian
them?
hieroglyphs.
Would you do that?
Yeah.
You would actually like mummify them
Well, I found it mummified and I was like, hey, that's
and make like,
and I was really into Egypt at the time.
what's that thing called? Sarcophagus.
Yeah.
Make a sarcophagus for them.
Yeah.
An Egyptian coffin.
See, Tom thought it was weird.
It is. It's very weird.
But no, I'm getting better at hoarding. So
I'm
you
getting
should
better
get a
with my
book. I'm getting better with
mummifying.
my
I'm trying to stop.
mummifying and
Trying to quit
everything.
mummifying and hoarding my mummifications.
Don't go into the spare bathroom.
That's some Jeffrey Dahmer shit. Kind
Is
of. Yeah. That's what he started doing. He was killing animals and like dissecting them.
But I wasn't killing them.
Right. You were
I would just honor their bodies
preparing
once
them for the
passed.
afterlife.
Yes. I also had that with butterflies. Like for some reason, it was weird. You could like pin their wings once they were dead. I know, it's weird.
That's how they displayed them. Yeah.
That is. So I had like little containers of them.
Imagine if that's what happened to us. Once you die, you don't get
that's
buried.
Jesus.
Yeah, but that was
He was pinned.
that was because he was the king of the Jews or something.
Something or other.
That's because they did that.
we should do
We should do religion. We learn about religion.
I grew up.
general knowledge
I
when
grew
you're
up-
on next
Yeah,
time.
we should do.
I grew
general
up
knowledge.
heavily Christian.
Heavily.
Yeah, I was going to like Christian camps and not like
Do
they
you
weren't
believe in it?
concentration camps. They were like it was
They're
like
for
the
the
equivalent of
other
a
side.
school camp, but for Christianity.
And
that
do you
kind of-
believe in it?
I don't really know anymore. But I wasn't convinced back then. I didn't really.
So your
love it.
parents are really into
Like
that?
I had to go. I think I am religious. I don't know.
Do you believe in God or just like a greater power?
I don't know because I'm a very, very logical and literal thinker.
And you believe in evolution?
Yeah,
Yeah,
obviously.
imagine that
Like,
if I was like,
yeah, and I always combated that. I was like, well, if evolution's a thing, which I think has been proven that it's a thing, how
oh
did,
yeah,
how did this? And I don't want to ruffle any feathers because I know
Ruffle 'em.
I know a lot
We're
of
all
people that are
friends.
Christian, but I find it a little hard to believe in magic. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that that's just another way of saying
I guess it's just
there are some people that are gonna fucking hate
this
that.
is the most like serious.
Just really
tip.
disappointed all my grandparents.
I think it's like dying out anyway.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not that I don't believe in a higher power or like God, but I really have my doubts a lot of the time about it because it's like hard to believe in magic. Do you know what I mean?
I love magic.
I love magic, and I want to
Really?
believe in magic.
Same. I don't
God.
think there's like a Jesus and all that, but I think there's like a greater thing
You
at
reckon?
play.
Do you reckon like supernatural things are real? Like just as
Well,
a broad
I know
spectrum,
ghosts.
like ghosts, magic, all that stuff.
I don't know if magic's real, but I reckon there's some other. I think that. See, Tom just thinks we die and that's it, whereas I think like there is sort of some afterlife.
See, I semi-agree with Tom. I'd like to believe there's some kind of afterlife, but I just think you die and then you're done,
Well, honestly,
which is depressing.
we wouldn't
but like,
know.
I just think, and a lot
Maybe
of people
that
believe
is
in like
it.
your spirit and that kind of thing,
It's
but
kind of comforting to think that at least.
I just think you die and that's it. You know? I find it hard to get past that. Just like that's, you die and that's it.
Yep.
But also, it's okay. Think about the earth, the world, right? Pretty wild stuff.
Pretty wild that we're here at all.
Really,
The
really
conditions
wild
for them
stuff.
to be this perfect that we are literally alive.
We're on a big floating sphere in space,
Yeah.
and it's
I like that you said sphere,
Mm.
not
rock.
not rock, because
Yeah.
that's what everyone goes for.
Yeah, everyone goes big. Oh, you're on a big floating rock. Nothing matters. Live every day of your life like it's your
the
last.
big floating sphere.
The big floating sphere, yeah, is a pretty wild thing to think about.
Yep.
And
At the right temperature, at the right distance from the sun, at the right
but maybe
air quality.
maybe that's the only reason we did survive is because it is the perfect conditions.
Well, it got to the perfect conditions, didn't it?
Yeah,
It took a few billion
and
years.
we had like dinosaurs and stuff.
Tom, are we just...
This is actually fucking like really silly chat.
I feel like we're not qualified to have a podcast.
This is real. We need a mediator.
I feel dumber than I used to.
I feel like I was going somewhere with that though.
Well, I've seen ghosts before.
You have?
Mm-hmm. I had
Really?
one called Gavin and he was 60. I know this sounds weird, but I had a ghost by my window when I was a little kid, and my parents had a friend who was a body talker, so whatever bullshit that
The
means.
fuck does that mean?
Okay, literally she would hold up. It means they can like use your body to answer what your body's feeling. So you start off by like putting your thumb and forefinger together, and then you'd be like, are you like stressed at the moment? And then if it like loosely opens, it's a yes, or if it's like blocking.
Oh, wow.
It'd be weird stuff like that. Or you lie there and she'd like lift up my hand, and if it like however it fell would mean a certain thing. She turned out to be like really crazy. It was in a cult. But that's beside the point.
I don't believe
because
any of
there
that
was
shit.
a ghost at the window, because I used to hate sleeping in my bedroom. And then I found out through Anna, our body talker friend, that he was 60. His name was Gavin. He liked chicken wings.
That's wild.
And I really felt that there was a ghost.
That's wild. I reckon ghosts. Yeah.
Sorry, but then Mum also had a crazy experience with a ghost, and she found out that before she moved into that house like 40 years ago, a person died in that house, in our house.
There have been too many things where people swear stuff happened for there to be nothing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you had it? An encounter?
This one time, and this could have been, there's a couple different factors that it could be.
Were you drunk?
No, I wasn't. But I was driving from Adelaide to Sydney. Big long drive. I was by myself, and it's like 12 o'clock at night, maybe 1 in the morning. And I've had about
12 hours, 14 hours.
And I've had about, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 big cans of Monster Energy.
Oh, God.
The big bastards. And yeah, I'm probably feeling a little loopy, but I was driving along.
It's just monster hallucinations.
I was in between Wagga Wagga and Sydney. So I was on the last stretch, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm driving along. It's pitch black except for my lights, and then maybe a couple cars that come past on the other side of the freeway. And I'm sort of driving along, and I wasn't tired. I was pretty fucked up on caffeine. And I swear to God, I saw someone start walking out onto the road, and I swerved. I swerved, and it freaked me the fuck out. But I've always just sort of chalked that up to just me being, a bit sleep deprived and high on caffeine.
Whoa.
But I swear I saw someone walk out.
What did they look like?
It was like it was a person wearing like a
white dress.
It was like a white gown, but
I knew it.
But like a dirty. It was like almost grey white.
Oh my God! It
Yeah.
was a woman.
And they walked out, and I swerved, and I yelled. I was like, "Fuck!" And then I swerved around, and then I looked back in my mirrors, and there was nothing there, and I was like, God, I must be fucking tired. And then,
Whoa. I wonder if someone died there. Like from a
I think
car
someone
accident.
did. I heard someone died out there somewhere.
Oh my God. Tom, isn't this incredible?
Could be anything.
Yeah.
It literally could be.
The skeptic.
And I just could never. It was very surreal. I swear to God, someone was walking out, and then I was like, oh no, that can't be right. I'm just had 6 Monster Energies today.
I wonder if that's got any relation to hallucinations.
I think it does.
Are you serious?
I feel like most
caffeine?
religions are based off like drugs.
I feel like most religions are based off like drugs and like schizophrenia.
Well, I wasn't on drugs when I was 7 and saw this ghost.
But you were living with people who were constantly telling you there were ghosts in the house.
like
you were constantly told there were ghosts.
Yeah, like for example,
that'd probably have something to do
I had a
with
weird
it.
experience in a hotel in Melbourne.
Yes.
This is like the same week that I met Charlotte.
Oh.
This is at the Melbourne Comedy Festival.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and
Melbourne is weird.
Yeah,
I
Melbourne
get
is
big
weird.
ghost vibes from
and
Melbourne.
I was in a hotel on my own, and some shit was happening, but you could pretty easily, I reckon, explain it in a non-ghost way. But I told Gib like Will, Gibb, and Charlotte, and they were like, "You need to get the fuck out of there.
Really?
You need to leave that
But
hotel."
both of them have crazy anxiety levels.
I told Will, I was like, "Yo, this just happened."
What was
and
it?
I told him about. I was getting knocks on my door at like 3 a.m.
Oh my God.
and I could always hear kids running around.
Oh my God.
Throughout the night in the hallway.
Like in the hallway, like laughing.
Yeah. And then and I would always check, and there was never anyone there, and I just thought, oh, they're just playing, but it was like 3 a.m.
Yeah, it's weird.
And not only that, I never saw one other person on my floor.
Oh my God.
the
Not
whole
even, you
time.
didn't even see any kids. But
I never saw
people.
one other human the whole time I stayed there, and I stayed there for like a week. And then a couple of other things happened, but one other thing that happened that I remember was I was sleeping on a bed, and it was a big bed, but it was 2 single beds pushed together with a queen
always
size
do
sheet.
that in
Yeah,
hotels.
I fucking hate that.
Yeah, I'm like, just tell me you don't have a king bed
Yeah,
available.
and I always slip between them, kind of.
Yeah.
And that happened, right? I slipped between them in the middle of the night, and I sort of fell onto the ground was damp underneath my bed.
You were fully on the ground.
Yeah, I sort of fell down, or maybe I lost something and I was looking between the beds. But there was a big wet patch under my bed, and I checked my drink bottles and stuff. Everything was closed. I hadn't spilt anything, and you'd think, oh, maybe it was dripping from the ceiling, but the beds were together, so it kind of it has to have come from
Underneath.
down up, which doesn't make sense gravitationally.
Was the shower nearby?
No.
Because sometimes we had a floorboard that sort of leaked,
Oh, really?
and water can come up from underneath.
Could have been
of
that.
Probably that.
Probably that.
That happened to us in Nashville.
Yeah, with the hotel.
100% could have been that. But I told Will, there was about 3:45 a.m. that I told him that, and he goes, "Come to my hotel right now." And he made me. He made me walk to. He met me halfway, I think. He made me walk to his hotel because he was so freaked out about it.
Oh my God. No,
and he
Will
started
is-
freaking me out about it.
He will do that.
Yeah, he was like, "You need to get the fuck out of there right now. That's fucked. You seriously need to leave.
But it doesn't
Stay on my
explain the
couch."
kids laughing.
No, it doesn't explain that.
And kids
It
should
would have
be
just been
asleep at
kids
that
laughing.
AM.
We went camping once, and
Oh no!
it was we were in a
Fuck,
camp.
you got to get out of there too.
Oh my god!
There was 5 of us, and we were in a campground, and we'd been drinking a couple beers and smoking a bit of weed.
Hell
And-
yes!
You used to be cool.
And then we'd all gone to bed, and we heard gunshots and kids being slaughtered and yelling.
What?
Yeah, and we all were convinced, and we were like, holy crap, we were so scared. And we all grabbed knives. We listened to it for
What?
5 minutes, and we all grabbed knives, and we crawled across the campground, and it was just 2 families sitting around a fire and kids playing. when you're not
What?
when you're a bit out of it,
Yeah,
and
you're
you're
right.
not close to it, everything's and
Yeah,
I don't know where
if
the
you sorta-
gunshots came from.
If you tell
or-
yourself, it was probably they were probably chucking stuff into the fire,
yeah,
And
or
like-
deodorant cans
exploding.
and lighters and things like that.
But you were high at at the time.
Very paranoid.
barely.
You would have been so paranoid.
But you weren't.
But that's how these
No.
ghost stories happen.
no, but I was very, very sleep deprived, and I was really fucked up on caffeine, both which
Both
have been proven to
times.
cause hallucinations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Can I quickly pee? I really, really
Sure
need to pee.
thing.
And I've got some questions.
Oh,
I was going to wrap up soon. So.
Really? I actually can't remember what I wrote down.
I'm keen. I'm keen to find
Oh,
out.
actually, I do have one that I'm kind of intrigued about, and I think
Finally, someone asked old Till a question.
I think the mutual friends will be. I've got such a wild one. I was thinking it before. I don't know which one I should ask first. I've just got written here. Were you disciplined as a child?
Mum smacked me once, and I've
Really?
never forgiven her.
Really?
Mm.
So you guys were that kind of family, like?
She just said, "I don't want to do this," and then she smacked
Really?
me.
I
But
copped
I was like
few.
a real brat as a kid.
Really?
I would not be friends with
You
me.
don't seem very bratty.
I used to be.
Mm,
And I used to just be whingy and clingy and
yeah.
I'd not like me as a kid.
Yeah. I copped a few hidings in my
Hidings?
youth. Yeah. I copped the belt a few times.
Jesus.
I was a real little shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I can picture that.
Yeah. I remember that it would just usually be me and my brothers fighting, and then we would all get
So was there 3 boys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad. We weren't abused or anything at all. No,
That's what people
when
who
I
are
say it like that, it
abused say.
sounds bad, but I don't. don't dislike my parents for
Yeah.
disciplining me
Yeah.
as we were growing up because I was a fucking little shit.
Yeah. Dad locked me in the bathroom once and then turned all the lights off.
Really?
And that was really dangerous.
That's terrifying.
Because I was screaming so much that he just had enough and he put me in the bathroom. And I was like,
Why were you screaming?
because I wanted mum. I was like only wanted mum.
Really?
Ever.
How old was this?
Probably
12.
like 4. Yeah.
Where's mom?
And then I was like, wait, I could have like whacked my head on the bath and just died.
Yeah, you 100%. The
Like,
bathroom's the most dangerous room in the
Totally.
house.
With the lights off.
Mm.
Like,
Me and my brothers used to, if one of the brothers was having a shower or a bath, we would turn all the lights off. We just quickly open the door, turn the lights off, and then run away.
Tom still does that to me when I'm in the shower.
I think it's funny. But also, how weird is showering in pitch black?
I know.
It's like a whole different fucking
like it.
realm.
Chili turns the lights off to prank me, and I go, keep it.
No, I like lose my balance and shit. Like it
Same.
fucking wigs me out.
I don't know where anything
I'm like,
is.
oh fuck.
When-
Ah shit. I'm like, no, turn them on. Turn it. Lachlan! Mom!
I know. I'm like, I can't function.
I can't do anything
my
anymore.
routine.
I lose more than just my sight when that happens.
Oh my God. Can you see in the dark at all?
No, my eyes.
I can't see a single
My
thing.
eyes need to adjust for like an hour before
Tom has
I
a
can.
special power where he can see in the dark. Like, he's
Really?
the best seer in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
And
I can always see in the dark. As soon as
Really?
the light turns
it's
off,
incredible.
That's pretty cool.
I can't see anything
But I also
in front
can't
of
see in general.
Yeah, do you think there's something linked to that? Like he's got the worst vision and has needed really
What color are
big
your eyes?
glasses.
Blue? No idea.
You are so like you.
I got nothing. I know different shades of the eye color makes you perceive things differently.
What?
Like, for example, I don't know if you can tell, but I have 2 different colored eyes.
Oh yeah, that one's like darker blue.
And when I go like this,
It's
it's
different.
2 different shades. Yeah.
My sister has a brown eye and then the other one is blue and green.
Really?
How's that?
Yeah. She
She's-
probably so if she probably never noticed, but if
Well,
she
what does-
alternated,
What's the lighter blue look like?
I think it's just lighter.
Oh.
And sometimes one will be green. They change seasonally.
Oh. Yeah, it really
like
is.
one will be green and one will be like a blue. And yeah, when I switch between them, close one and open the other and vice versa, they are different color,
So
different
then when you
shades.
get your colours done, they have to take into account your eye colour and your hair colour. I
Mhm.
wonder which one they go with.
Probably,
You're probably a true summer.
I don't know, what is that? What the fuck does that mean?
Don't even ask.
What does that mean?
Don't even ask.
True
Hey.
summer?
Hey,
Is that like a,
just
is-
putting it
What's
out
your
there.
next question?
that's good.
You don't want to know your colours?
Oh, this is what I want to know. So obviously your parents aren't together. When did they split up?
When I was 4.
Really?
But
How was that being that young? Because when my parents split up,
Yeah.
I was in year 7.
I think that's worse.
It was pretty awful.
I'm not going to lie.
It sucked, but like, I think,
Well, were they fighting?
yeah, there was quite a lot of bickering.
Yeah, I've never seen my parents fight.
Really? So all that
Actually,
was done and
once.
dusted by the time you were
But-
like,
Yeah,
conscious.
they honestly just grew apart. It was a really peaceful breakup. I have to really commend them for it. Like they're still best friends.
good on them.
Yeah.
They're best friends?
Not like best friends, but we just had a family holiday and they were both there. And It
Really?
was peaceful. Yeah,
Wow.
I know.
Do they hate each other's spouses?
No.
Because I feel like that's kind of natural. Like,
I know. No, my parents have always been best friends with all of their exes and each other's. It's the weirdest thing.
It's so weird.
That's odd.
Like I always just assumed you stay friends with your ex.
I'm a big fan of like being on good terms with your ex. I think that's really good, but I get to a point where I'm like, I don't need to be friends with you.
Well, they don't need to like stay in your life. But
Yeah.
honestly, both
to
my
dinners
both
and
my
all that.
parents collect their
yeah,
exes.
no. Yeah, that's odd.
Yeah, they're
With
they're
their
all
new partners.
with their
and
new
everything.
partners.
They become
They all
friends and
mingle.
Maybe it's just that they're all really secure people.
No, it's not that.
No, you're wrong there.
I don't know what it is, but
So you don't
But
remember
yeah.
you don't remember any of the like split up or you
No,
probably
not-
wouldn't
not with
remember
them.
them being together.
no. But I remember like
Oh, we both
all
come
the
from broken
split ups
homes.
of all the split ups of like the other partners.
So did you always have like, how did Christmases and birthdays work? Did you have like double Christmases, like one parent, the other
Dad
parent?
would just always come over to Mum's house and they'd do it together because they were friends.
We would do 2 Christmases, but like in the same day.
Lucky you.
But like
Well,
when they split up, we weren't very well off
yeah.
as kids. So you'd think, oh, double presents, not at all.
No,
not even close.
No, it'd just be like a present from Mum and then a present from Dad.
Yeah, which is fine. Now I don't even fucking get presents anymore.
I know what's
Life
with
sucks
that.
being an adult.
I just had my birthday.
If you're a kid,
not a thing.
If you're a kid and you like being a kid, kill yourself. End it because it gets no better. There's nothing waiting for you on the other side. You might think, cool, I can drink beers and smoke cigarettes and have sex.
Yeah, no.
It all sucks. Everything sucks. Kill yourself.
I think I was like truly the most happy when I was 8.
I think I remember the happiest day of my life.
What was it?
I think I was like just borderline conscious. You know when you randomly gain consciousness as like a 4-year-old or like a 3-year-old
I
or
remember
whatever?
when I became aware I had a body.
Whoa.
Really?
Like I was like, I have a body.
Oh, that's something I want to talk about.
What?
You know when you look in the mirror, I do this a lot.
Do you ever get sick of seeing your face? Yep.
Yep. That's why having this job sucks.
I know. I'm like, ugh.
I'm like, oh.
Ugh, you again.
Oh, you. I know you.
Yeah. We go way
I know
back.
you. I don't. Not a fan.
But we need to work on that.
No, but like, do you ever look in the mirror? I always look in the mirror and just about have like a psychotic break. Because I look and I'm like, wow, like I'm real. That's me. I'm doing that. I'm making all these decisions. And like that's my face.
If you think about your thoughts too much.
It's always wigged me out. Since I was a
know.
young kid, I would look in the mirror and go, oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you ever stared in the mirror and made yourself cry?
I'm like, weird. No.
You just
As in, like,
trip yourself up.
I've scared myself, like pulling really scary faces at myself
Oh,
and like kind of
really?
freak myself out a little
You're
bit.
like, oh, I didn't know I had
I'm like,
that in
oh,
me.
what the fuck? This is a weird looking guy.
When did you become sentient, Tom? When did you realize your body?
I just remember one day I looked in the mirror and was like, oh, like I have a body.
As
I
in,
don't know.
like, as
I
in,
was
like,
like-
you have a
Yeah.
vessel,
Well, like
not
my
just
body,
like a chest. You're like, oh, these limbs are connected to something.
Not like I look like something.
yeah.
I wasn't aware I looked like anything.
Mm.
I was just looking out at the world and I was like, I look like something.
You know what? That's a beautiful way to look
That's
at life.
lovely.
That was the day your life fucking went down the fucking shit heap.
Like
Yep, you can say
only
that
way
again.
The only thoughts I had was like, I have to do my hair. You know,
Wow.
that sort of
so
stuff.
sweet.
But then I wasn't aware I had a body. I was just doing like chores and like brushing my teeth. And then one day I was like, oh, I have a full body.
Wow. Good on you.
Yeah, it's so weird. I even now, like, I could go into your bathroom and look in the mirror and like borderline wig myself out right now.
I think you've been high too many times.
No, I was doing this way before I was getting high.
Really?
Yeah.
This is the original high.
Like as like a young kid, like maybe not a 5-year-old, but maybe like a 7-year-old looking in the mirror going, oh my God, what the fuck?
I mean, you just have a really vivid imagination.
Oh, it's got a name. It does have a name.
Really?
It's like derealization or something.
What, where you realize you're alive?
Yeah, like
and
when you realize you're alive and like you become aware of your
body and
being. Yeah,
right.
it's like because like day to day, you don't think about the fact that you're alive.
No, I think, and
You
I
just
don't
do
think you're
stuff.
meant to. Otherwise, we'd all just be in the mirror freaking out.
Or like I can even do it. Like if I look at my hands,
are huge.
if I look at my hands for too long and just like kind of think about the fact that I'm controlling these hands and it's me, I get.
This is like a stoner podcast.
I kind of like.
We just
I'm
slip
doing it
out.
now.
We slip out of the room and let Jackson do his
Like
thing.
it's so weird. I want you guys to try it. It's so weird. And I've
done it. I've
always
stared
done
at
it.
my hand before, and
I'm always
don't-
like, oh
and then
my
I just
God.
obsess over needing my nails done.
I'm like, wow. Like,
Do you have any more questions?
yeah. I think so.
Or how old were you when your parents divorced? I didn't even ask. Oh no, you were.
How old are you in year
12.
7? 12?
12.
Yeah. That wasn't great. And we were doing like, so in the morning I'd wake up at either mum's or dad's of Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
We'd have Christmas morning with one of them, and then at sort of lunchtime we'd get dropped off. We used to do the drop off.
The drop
and
off.
this is like a you would have had. Did you have the
Yeah,
drop off? Yeah. That's like a
classic.
parent split up thing. Yeah. And you
Yeah.
become really good at packing for like a weekend.
My God.
I'm an amazing.
I'm an amazing packer, but I
quick
hate
packer.
packing.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. I hate it.
having to leave my house. Like for years, I was like, I just want one home where I can stay forever.
Same. I hated it. I hated it.
Just kids of divorce podcast now.
Hey, maybe there's some people out there who can listen to this and be like, you know what? I thought that only I felt like that,
Yeah.
but apparently not.
Mum always used to try and lighten the mood by saying, you'd make a great flight attendant one day because you can
Really?
pack so well. And I'd go, shut up. Drive me to dad's.
Drive me to dad's. The drop off.
The drop off.
We would meet at a town halfway between the towns that my mum and dad lived in, and we'd drive there, and then we'd wait for the other parent to rock up, and then they would do the handoff.
Wow, yours sounds a little more stressful. My parents lived like 3 minutes from each other.
Oh, really?
And it was very easy.
Ours were like a 45-minute drive away from each
That
other.
kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And that's with all three of you as kids. Well,
But I was the youngest. I think my older brothers, like, they were a bit more teenagey, adulty. Like,
right.
But I was still like a young boy.
Young.
But I was at that perfect age where I understood what was going on, but I was young enough that it was still like I was a child.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just I knew what was going on, but I didn't really.
Maximum impact.
Yeah. It was maximum impact. I remember when I found out, I cried for so long when I found out they were splitting up.
Oh.
Because it wasn't even a thought in my brain. I just thought people got married and they loved each other forever.
Oh, that's so
and they
nice.
stayed together. And then for some reason, it felt like the end of the world.
Yeah, I bet it did.
And it was only better from there. Like they weren't fighting. There was no like, you know what I mean?
Do you remember them fighting though before they broke up?
Yeah.
So were you like happier at home without
Yeah, I always
that?
thought about it like that. I always thought like, you know, I always thought I'd hate it, but then I was like, it actually got better because there was like home life was a lot more happy and chill, and there wasn't parents fighting.
Well, I
I
can
make
never
it sound
remember.
like they were bad parents. They weren't. They just didn't.
It's just what
Got to
happens.
the point where they weren't getting along. You know,
I can never remember them being together, so it was always just split up.
That's wild to me.
Which is probably better to do it when you don't have
that's
like a memory.
That's so crazy to think that you never remember your parents.
I never
being
remembered
together.
being one happy family.
Yeah,
Not that. Hey,
that's crazy.
and like we always say, hey.
Hey,
Hey.
is that a thing on this podcast?
Kind
Or is that just an us joke?
I don't know.
That's how we
We've been doing
sign
this
off.
bit where we just go, hey.
Hey.
It's usually when something fucked up happens, you go, hey. It will be what it does.
What goes up must come down.
You give and you take. You win some.
God giveth, he taketh away.
Oh, let me see if I've got any more questions
I
that
love
we haven't
this.
already covered.
I've never been interviewed. I just love having not to do the work.
Oh, Judd wanted me to call you out on the fact that today.
Tease.
So today, while we were having high tea, Jordan's one of our friends. For those of you who don't know, someone said, "Well, why don't you have Jordan on the pod?" And then Tilly, like, I don't know if you deflected it or said no, but apparently you got really awkward about it, and you were like, "No, it's like Jordan's career." But then Jordan was like, "Well, you had Ed on, and because Ed's an actor as well." And then
No, I said maybe it wouldn't be good for his career
Mm.
because I know actors try not to go on social media to make themselves seem more exclusive.
Yeah. I
So-
fully agree.
And then Will doubled down, making it even more awkward.
Yeah. No, I
As
think it was
he
Will's
always
fault.
does.
Yeah.
As he always does, throws everyone under the bus.
No, but it's just like I understand why. Like Jordan's not. He's not on social media. He's not like a.
I mean,
Not a comedy actor,
We
like-
can talk about being friends.
Yeah.
I just don't know. If
I don't
that's-
think it would be a bad episode, but it's just like, you know, it's like having one of your mates on.
Yeah,
That's
and
what
we have
it-
so many friends.
I know. I'm like, where's the line?
Yeah, exactly.
That's all.
Like I get it. We used to have our podcast, and we still have a podcast, but like earlier on, and I would always have like our housemates because we would always have
Yeah.
like a funny big housemate story, and
Yeah.
that's when it makes sense to bring someone people don't know on.
Yeah.
Like when you've got a big like
Well, do we have a Jordsky story? So then we can.
God, man.
You guys live together.
Yeah, we did.
But the
This
thing
one
is-
time Jordan spat in my mouth and I accidentally swallowed it. Yeah. He's always spitting on me and doing stupid shit
No,
like
he loves
that.
putting himself on you.
But now I spit on him a lot. But we only do it when we're like swimming, so he can wash it off straight away.
That's nice of you. So
But-
this means nothing to anyone listening because
No.
they don't know who Jordan is.
Jordan's one of my best friends. I lived with him
And they
for a
never
while.
will.
And they never will.
All right, bye. No, but this one time we were at the beach at Clovelly on the concrete. We were sitting there doing a little bit of sunbaking, a little bit of a swim,
Can
know.
you sunbake? I
Nah.
don't think so.
No, not at all. I was laying there with the towel on top of me. I
Are
was
you
reverse.
Irish?
I was reverse baking. I'm Scottish.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm Scottish and German.
well, where's your tan?
So German people are very white, aren't they?
No, they're like blonde and tan.
German
No?
people
German people are
pale.
Are you serious? Or is this like Swedish? I'm
Hitler
thinking
loved
of?
the pale and blue-eyed.
Yeah, blue eyes, but I still thought he tanned up.
No, he loved white.
Oh.
Did Hitler tan?
Did-
Wow.
Hey, ChatGPT, Hitler tan.
Okay, so
What are we talking about? Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So
Jordan.
I'm laying there, the towel on me. Jordan's laying next to me. And I just remember like the sun getting shaded over my eyes and I opened my mouth. No, sorry.
there's your first problem.
I opened my eyes. And Jordan does this stupid fucking thing all the time where he goes, close your eyes and open your mouth. And it's always something bad. It's always something bad. And I was like, no. And he goes, I promise it's not bad because he's done it once. And I opened my
and he
mouth.
spat in your mouth. Is that
And he
the
tried
time?
to spit gum in my mouth.
Ooh.
And it went in
He's
my hair.
obsessed with you.
And he
He's
tried to
just got a
spit gum
big
in my
thing.
mouth and it went in my hair. And we had to lob a big chunk of my hair out.
I've done that too.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
bad.
that
You
afterwards.
can't get gum out of your hair.
I was banned from eating gum for like
So
7
was
years.
I.
Really?
I got banned as a kid.
No, same. Dad said that's it after he had to hack at my hair for
Yeah.
like the 3rd time.
I had to do that too.
And then I was eating gum one day and I saw him coming, so I just shoved it in my pert, my little bag that he'd bought me. And then
Nice.
so when you opened it up, it was just full of gum. And he was like, Teal! And I was like, he was like, what were you even thinking? I was like, well, I'm not allowed gum. And so I was like, and then another time I was at my friend's house and I was like, you've got gum.
You've got gum? You're
And
allowed gum?
You're allowed gum. So I was eating it, and then he like came early or something to pick me up, and I was like, "Fuck the gum!" And I'd wrapped it around my whole leg. I don't know why
What
to
the
like
fuck?
get rid of it. And then I closed it, and then it was like, you know, when like you open your knee
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
And then of course I had leg hair when I was like a little kid, so it was just stuck everywhere. And he was like, "The gum again."
You need to not have gum.
Yeah. So
I got banned because I would always like, I'd get on the couch or something.
yeah.
And then like, I never got banned for that. It was just like no more gum in the lounge room or whatever like that.
Yeah.
But then this one time, do you remember Willy Wonka and the Chocolate?
Mm-hmm.
No, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That movie with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
And the girl that is like the world champion gum chewer.
Yes.
And when she's finished with the piece of gum,
Yeah,
she puts it
on the
behind
back of
her
neck.
ear.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then I'm like, how did that? No, literally,
And
I
and
remember
so
that because I'm like, how did that stick to your hair?
I did it once after church. I had a
You
big
really were
glob.
Christian.
Yeah, I had a big. I was after church and we went and bought lollies or whatever. And I had a big glob of Hubba Bubba.
Yum.
And I was, I don't know, gonna eat lunch or something. So I put it behind my.
Like
my-
it's good enough for the world.
I didn't know where she put it. I couldn't remember if it was behind her ear
I
or like
know.
at the back of her
It's
neck.
like the nape of the neck.
Yeah, and so I put it there, and it just immediately
Fell off?
fully entangled itself in my hair, and it like clogged up.
no.
And I remember Dad, and it was so painful. I remember him like ripping at my hair, like trying to get the gum
they're
out,
so ripping.
and like trying to get all the gum out, and like we ended up having to cut my hair, and I got banned from gum forever.
I know.
from that day
they
on.
love banning
Yeah,
gum.
can't ban gum. You
And
can't.
then
Hey,
it makes it worse because then I like
No, I want gum.
Sort out gum.
oh,
exactly.
you can't ban gum.
I used to only get the Hubba Bubba. No, the Billa. What's it called? Like
Bubbalo
the
Bill?
Bubbalo Bills.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'll be sneaky.
I don't
I'm
know
allowed
why.
an
I
ice
think
cream.
as a
They
young
have
kid, I
gum.
thought like blowing bubbles was really cool.
So cool.
So cool. If you could blow a bubble with a piece of
I
gum, you were the
know.
coolest motherfucker on the block.
No. So did Jordan spit gum into your mouth that day?
So no, he spit gum in my hair before, and that's why I was hesitant to open
into
my
your hair, yes.
mouth and close my eyes. Anyway, after like 5 minutes of convincing, I ended up just doing it because I couldn't be bothered like warding him off anymore. So I
Yeah.
just did it. And then at the last second, I was like, no, this is fucked. And I opened my eyes and he was in the act of spitting into my mouth. And then as I like realized what he was doing, it like fell into my mouth, went down the back of my throat, and I like choked on it and immediately swallowed it. And there's just nothing I could have done.
That's
It just like went down. And I was like, oh.
thing.
And I accidentally swallowed it. And then after that, it's like, there's nothing you can do. There's no, it's not anywhere. You can't wipe it off. You can't
It's in you.
You can't wash your mouth out. You've swallowed it. Like, it's in me. There's nothing I could have done.
Can you transfer STIs like that?
Yeah. Yeah, you
Through
can transfer.
saliva?
Yep. Through
Really?
saliva. Yeah.
Wow.
100%.
Thank God he doesn't have anything.
But I don't know if you've got chlamydia, I don't think you can give someone else chlamydia by kissing them.
Herpes, though.
Mm-hmm. But
Does
that's
Jordan have her
No.
coleslaw? Cold sore. I never know which one it is.
cold sore.
Cold sore.
Yeah. No, he didn't have that.
Well, one's a sore.
And one is a slaw.
When I literally always used to ask
Cold
for
slaw.
cold sore.
Oh my God, you've got a coleslaw. Yuck.
Don't kiss
Do you
me,
have
I've got a coleslaw.
Do you have a coleslaw? Yuck.
I hate coleslaw. Cabbage.
No, apparently 70-something% of the world has herpes.
Oh, yeah.
Get cold sores.
Not me.
Really?
I think so.
You've never had
cold
them?
sore. No.
I think
Do
my
you?
mum gave them to me.
Well,
But I haven't had one in years.
I thought that I had one because Mum had it and then she kissed me when I was little and then I got something on the side of my lip, but I've never had it ever since. So it's literally been 20 years. Do I have it or not?
Well, I used to get them when I was a kid quite a lot, and now I don't get them at all. And I don't think you can grow out of that. You can never get rid of it.
I've never had it since. So,
Anyway.
hey.
Hey. Hey.
You guys been going for an hour and a half.
Oh, God.
Hey.
Feels like it
Hey.
too.
Did we cover it?
Did
Did we
we-
do it?
Any questions,
Did-
anyone?
Did we cover enough, do you
I'm
think?
sorry, I'm a bit run down. I'm off my game today.
Yeah,
But I
Tilka's
gave
got
you
a
my
sore
best.
throat. No, you don't sound bad.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I keep
As
going.
you said, really? I heard it. He was like, really?
Croaky.
Sound like
and
Marge
high.
Simpson. Homie.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
That's good. That's quite good.
Imagine doing
That's
that-
why your throat hurts.
Yeah.
From
Imagine
doing the
that
Marge.
for 40 years or over 35 years.
You just got to smoke a lot of ciggies.
Is that how she does
That's
it?
what we're going to go do after this is smoke a bunch of cigs.
Still in the 75. Have you done your outdoor exercise today already?
No, I'm going to have to go for a
It's
run.
raining.
No,
Oh.
it's not.
Is it not? Oh, thank God.
I had to do a run the other day do you remember that week that it didn't stop raining all week?
Yes.
Like last week or the week before?
Depression week.
I had to go for a run and I thought I found the part of the day that it was raining the least. And so I went out in that and then it just started torrentially raining and it looked like I had a shower in my clothes. That it was so fucking I've never been that wet in my life.
And there's the
Well-
dedication to your fitness.
Yeah. And it was kind of fun though. I felt cool because I was like,
Tom loves running in the rain.
I love it.
it feels like it's like rain, hail, or shine. I'm out
Yeah.
here. No one's
You're
fucking
gonna
built like me.
grind.
I'm built fucking different. I'm out here. Anyway.
Yes. Shit, yeah. Now
Well-
we're off to eat some butter chicken. You've got your protein pizza.
pizza.
Get your pizza.
I got my pizza.
Well, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Again.
Again. You know
Let's
what, guys?
do this every month.
You know what, gang? Let's get this the most listened episode again on top of the other one that I'm on.
Hey.
Tell your mum, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your dad, tell your friends, your cousins, your
I like
nieces.
that.
Tell everyone you can about the podcast.
Also, Charlotte's killing it at work.
Yeah, we should say.
And she'll be back soon.
She'll be back
yeah.
soon.
Think she's doing the groundwork, the legwork over there.
Yeah. She's putting a good foundation
And I'm holding
down.
down the fort here.
She's putting a good foundation down over there so she can come back here better and stronger and better
And stronger.
and better.
And
Did you guys
stronger.
hear my stomach just then?
Yeah.
It was just
Ooh,
going
did you hear my throat?
throat like a frog.
My throat always gurgles, not my
Gurgle?
tummy.
All right, let's stop
Okay,
this.
okay,
We'll go forever.
we could talk for hours.
We could talk for hours. All right.
Mufasa, can you make a meme of Jackson and Tilly?
Oh,
Wait, who?
homework. A little homework for
Mufasa.
Mufasa, our
Who's Mufasa?
Dedicated meme maker.
dedicated
Really?
follower.
You sure it's not? Okay, yeah, no, I don't know
Sure it's
anything.
not Scar?
My last two brain cells.
Sure it's not Simba? Or that bird? Whatever the bird's name is.
Rafiki.
Zazu?
Is it Zazu?
Yeah.
Or Pumbaa? The pig? Anyway, yeah.
Bye.
Bye.